The first agricultural revolution, also called the Neolithic Revolution, is the single biggest turning point in human history. It is the broad transformation that took our ancestors from mobile foragers to settled farmers, and even though graders call it a revolution, it actually unfolded over thousands of years across multiple independent regions. AP, Human Geography Unit 5, tests this transition because it set the stage for civilization, settlement, surplus, and every agricultural revolution that came after. What made the Neolithic Revolution revolutionary was not the speed, but the depth of the change. Humans went from depending on whatever the land happened to produce to actively shaping the land for their own needs. They cleared forests, built fields, dug irrigation channels, and bred plants and animals into entirely new species. By the time this transformation was complete, the relationship between humans and the natural environment had been permanently rewired, and that is exactly the language AP graders want to hear. One of the clearest signs of the first agricultural revolution in the archaeological record is the appearance of permanent villages with houses, storage pits, defensive walls, and shared spaces. Sites like HuG in modern Turkey and Jericho in the Levant show that within a few thousand years of early farming, dense settled communities of hundreds or thousands of people had emerged. When the AP exam shows you evidence of permanent villages near domesticated crops, the answer is always first agricultural revolution. Three downstream effects of the first agricultural revolution show up on almost every Unit 5 FRQ. Population grew dramatically because reliable food supported larger groups. Labor specialized because not everyone needed to farm, which freed people to become potters, weavers, priests, and traders. And social hierarchy emerged because surplus and land ownership created the first real inequalities in human history. Strong answers walk all three effects in sequence. The trap most students fall into on this topic is confusing the first agricultural revolution with the Green Revolution. The first was the domestication shift that built the foundations of farming roughly 12,000 years ago. The Green Revolution happened in the mid-20th century and used high-yield seeds, fertilizers, irrigation, and pesticides to dramatically increase yields in developing countries. One was the start of farming. The other was the modern intensification of it. Never confuse them. The FRQ move on first agricultural revolution questions is straightforward. Identify the revolution by name. Point to a specific change like domestication or permanent settlement. Explain what caused it, and link it to one society-level consequence like population growth, labor specialization, or social hierarchy. Always treat it as a process spread over thousands of years, never as one event, and finish with a consequence rather than a description.
You can drill 20 flashcards and 8 AP-style practice questions on the first agricultural revolution in under 15 minutes using the link below. That is the difference between a 3 and a 5. Subscribe for new AP videos every week.